Imagine a world where future generations look back and thank us, not for what we consumed, but for what we preserved. A world where sustainability isn't just a buzzword, but a way of life. My name is Shellie Dick, and as an educator, coach, and leader, I spent years shaping young minds and building strong communities. But today, I'm here to talk about something even bigger: the responsibility we all share to sustain not just our environment, but our way of life for those who come after us. Sustainability isn't just about recycling or reducing waste. It's about the choices we make every day, the lesson we teach, the habits we build, and the legacy we leave behind. So let's explore what it really means to create a sustainable future together. Kingwood High School. We started a inspirational, impactful program called Big Heroes, Tiny Homes. When we bring that project out, we look for nothing more than students building dreams, using machines that they never thought they'd use, having the opportunity to be successful within their mindset, and have the sustainability to make the improvement of life. We put our hands in on everything to make sure that we want the best for our students. We have to make sure that in order for our students to grow, let's make sure they understand their cause. Let's picture this. It's Monday morning. Classroom, the door is open, students come to the class, no book bags or anything like that, but they come in with a drafting table or a drafting piece of paper, some pliers, a drill, and a mission. Now I know that's like chaotic, like how you gonna learn like that? But they want it. They love that. They love the unknown, the unnorm. They love that. So when you ask what the unknown is, you look at things of character. You figure out, how can I lead these students to be successful? Because guess what? I'm not leading them. They're leading themselves. And when you have students who believe in themselves and want to make a difference within themselves, that's what matters. When you give students the opportunity, they always want to know, why are we here? Why does this matter? They don't know. My best reason is this: give them a reason to matter. Give them a reason to make them realize that I'm here for a purpose. Because a lot of times, time and time, we get in a situation where we constantly have to turn to page 15 to turn in the worksheet. I'm not that student. The time when you have to always turn around and say, okay, the test is on Friday. I'm not that educator. I'm the educator to make sure that we have a time limit. We got to get this building done. We have to have these products produced. Sustainability worth. So as I go further, I want to talk about some students. I have 3 students that I want to talk about. Powerful students. Students of character, leadership, and stability. First student, Carter. Carter was one of our high school students from a neighboring high school. Understanding, in 3 years, he built 3 tiny homes. I'm sorry, in 4 years, 3 tiny homes. I'm not talking just like the frame of them. I'm not talking just, oh, you know, that sounds good, that looks good, a model home. No, we're talking sustainability home. Carter came in. I saw him, he's always helping us out. As he see me coming, as he see me working, I'm working, making sure I'm a positive teacher. Because we always want to make sure as an educator we look good in front of the students to make sure that they model us. We are models. So when we do something right or wrong, guess what? They see it. So I'm modeling. I'm doing my thing. We have our foundation laid out. We're putting the frame up. Carter approached me and says, "Hey, Mr. Dick, how you doing?" I said, "Hey, Carter, how you doing? Good to see you." He then said, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" I said, "Hold on just a moment. Let me finish this real quick." So I'm doing my door, putting the headers on the door. I'm saying, "Hey, guys, this is how you do this." A couple minutes went by. Carter reminded me, "Hey, Mr. Dick, I was just wondering, can I talk to you?" "Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Hey, guys, finish that. Be safe. I'll read right back." Carter pulled me to the side. He walked me 15 yards from the house. I said, "Hey, Carter, what's going on? How you doing?" He looked at me, this young man, and said, "Stop. Stop working. You have to let your students work and experience problems. You cannot develop what you want in you by letting them not experience what's inside of them." When they did that, when he said it to me, I was appalled. Who are you telling that? What? I'm like, okay, 18-year-old, okay. Going to a neighboring school, okay. So when he said that, I had to step back a little bit. As a teacher, the hardest lesson was to step back when the lesson is given. What Carter told me to do was astounding for other teachers. Educator is hard for somebody to tell us what to do. But he used so much class about it. And when he told me to step back, I did. I stepped back. As I stepped back after Carter said what he said, I will never forget the feeling as an educator, how I felt when he said it to me. But all he was saying was, let your students step up. Once your students step up, now you see the light changes. Problems happen. Experiences gather at one time. Manufacturing is a whole other level now. Drawings are different. Framework is unbelievable now. Because now when you putting in their worth, their matter, and you have their matter in the program, it's a whole different level. Because you see, after I met with Carter in that situation, the same thing happened with another student by the name of Ethan. Now, Ethan's a different breed of man. Kid, high school senior this year, lead architect, something simple, which is great. How Ethan did was this. He has no emotions, none whatsoever. As he do the things that he does, he put himself in a position where I'm trying to feel my student. I'm trying to understand how Ethan managed the way he managed. He's a guy with so much class and so much desire, but you don't see it, you don't hear it. You see it, but you don't hear it. He doesn't say anything. So one day I asked, trying to get to know my students, because as an educator, we want to make sure we have their best lesson, and we want to make sure our students are engaged in what we're talking about. I can never get that with Ethan. Ethan would never say anything to me. He would never say, "Oh, I like that assignment. I like that project. Thank you, Mr. Dick." He would never say it. So one day I said, "Hey, Ethan, have you been to Disney World?" Ethan responded back to me and says, "Yes, sir." So now he's testing me now, because I want that excitement, because I'm a hyper kind of guy. When I move around in class, I'm moving, all right? So I said, well, I hit him with another question. Well, did you have fun in Disney World? Ethan's response was, had a blast. It was really fun. Cool. At that moment, I realized he's bigger than my thoughts. He's bigger. His thoughts are so big to where he'll come in the next week with plans that's unbelievably, you can't even explain it, of a house. He works on everything in my class, and I say mine, I have to put it in the situation, but whatever I gave him from 8th grade to senior year of high school, the sustainability stuck with him. And when the sustainability stick with him, he has passion in what he does. So whereas we seeing the fact that he has no emotion, but he's full of action all day, every day. So when you ask yourself, what happens to the action part? How did he come up with the action that he get the things done? What makes him shine but be silent? It's the desire. It's the mission. It's the words that he speaks to himself saying, hey, if you give me the work, I'm going to do it. I want to design this. He is my thinker. And that leadership is hard to come by because you have to make sure you understand your mission, your worth, and he understands that. So, with that being said, another student, last one, Pierce. If you know anything about construction, everything happens in construction sites all the time. It can be anything. Weather. We can't work today. Yeah. Not my students. Pierce makes sure it's not that kind of problem, not that kind of area with us. He makes sure, hey, it's raining outside, we can get the plywood together. Hey, let's get all those nails up. Put everything right. So Pierce is a student that makes sure that everything is controlled. I call him chaos manager in charge. Neighboring vendors, shipment come in late. We still working. But the mindset of the student body, the mindset that understands that we have things to do, we have a thing called a deadline. That's part of my curriculum. They do whatever it takes to make that deadline. And time, students forget there's a deadline in life that we have to accomplish. So let's make sure as a teacher, the educator, we have to gravitate all those learnings, leadership styles, leadership abilities, and put it all together. So with Pierce, making sure that the chaos is in control. We have to make sure we take those students and we find a bond with them. When you put those students together, you have Carter. And I bring it all together with that, a teacher. A student teacher telling a teacher how to instruct. And he did it so smooth. You have Ethan, the silent creator. Every home that he have, he's going to engineer it. He's going to make it successful. Pierce, any kind of trouble we have, he's going to make sure we're taken care of. So then you ask yourself, let's talk about the sustainability of it. Whenever you deal with sustainability, when it comes to classroom setting, students' involvement, those leaderships kick in all at once. Not only does the leadership kick in, they do it on their own. They're personally making things happen. When we walk around, we have problems all the time. His shiplap is not right. I have a saying in my class. Measure twice, cut what? Once. You think we follow that rule in life? No. Because sometimes we rush. Sometimes we put ourselves in a situation, I have it. Sometimes you put yourself in a situation where you have to make sure those small innuendos of common courtesy or common sense of measure twice, cut once is taking place throughout the day. Not just that second. Now, you can't miss a second. So I'm here to say this. When you have those students with that grace, they show leadership within. It adds up to each other. Students watch each other. Students want to be accountable. Students want to be leaders now. Once you become a leader, it's contagious. I want that. I want that leadership. And on top of that, with the leadership and control, it's the confidence now. You have to have confidence to do the things that you do on each and every day on a daily basis. Once you have that confidence, everything is in order. When you're in a situation where you have to develop, you have to have responsibilities, you have to bring it on home, you have to make sure that home is sustainable, you make sure that everything is beautiful, everything is nice, because it's not for you. It's for a situation of someone need a home. And when you have a student with a passion, when you have students rather with passion to make sure they're thinking for others, not for themselves, that's when the magic come in. And when the magic come in, it comes in strong. The magic is unbelievable. But once again, as educators and as a teacher, make sure we give our opportunity to step back for our students can be successful and step up. Thank you.